this is May here from YesFinanciallyFree.com, and I want to make a quick scope. Outside, you can see the red roses in the back from my neighbor's lawn. I'm in my backyard. I'm in Hilo, Hawaii. I live here near Diamond Head, and there's a nice tree here. And I just wanted to share with you a quick story about what we did with, well, ask you a question first. What did you do with the money from your wedding reception? And if you're wondering about this thing on my eye, my son, I have a 2-year-old son, his name's Jordan. Maybe you've seen him in some of my videos, but he kind of headbutt me today, so I have a black eye. But anyway, moving on. I just want to talk about this so you can get an idea of my story in case you didn't want to read the whole blog. But check out my blog, by the way, YesFinanciallyFree.com. There's a link under this video. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can just go to the blog and read the story too. But what we did was we had a wedding reception, right? We got married in 2012, and today's the January 31st of 2016, okay? So we've been married a little over 2 years, right? And since then, we've made about $1,000 in dividends from $5,000 in wedding reception money, okay? So what did we do? We had guests come to our wedding. They gave us, lots of money. It was great. Really, really grateful for them. And instead of spending it on sheets or a new bed or something, we decided to put it in a savings account. Then we opened a brokerage account. And then we took the money from the brokerage account and we invested it. And we invested in one stock in particular, mostly is called Armor Residential, ARR. And there's more details in my blog if you want to check that out. But we put it in that stock, and I just researched it. I found it. I picked a stock. It's risky. And it was a high dividend yielding real estate investment trust. And all that really means is that we bought the stock and it gives you dividends every month. Okay, and it was pretty high, the percentage. So, like I said, we put in 5,000. We made over $1,000 in dividends in about 2 years, and that's pretty high for if you put money in a savings account. Say you put $5,000 in a savings account. Well, what would you make every year? Right now in a savings account, well, it's pretty low. I think you'd probably make about, I don't know, 50 cents. Seriously? Maybe at most you'd make $5 a year. So we put $5,000 down, we made $1,000 in dividends. So obviously that's a huge return compared to a savings account. Now, the value of our money decreased, okay? So we put in $5,000, it's now worth $2,500. What that means is if I sold the stock today, it would only be worth $2,500. So you might be like, oh my gosh, $5,000 became $2,500, So it's risky. However, we don't plan to take it out. See, that's the thing. We plan to leave it there and just let it pay us every month, like it has been for the past couple years. And it's going to keep paying us. And it's paid us between $60 to now $30 a month. So it went down, but what goes up goes down, goes up, up and down. So, it may go up tomorrow. I don't know. And we've been pretty happy with our investment. So my big question to you is what did you do with your wedding investment? What did you do with your money from your wedding, right? So really, that's the big question, right? Did you spend it? Did you save it? Did you invest it? That's the biggest, because whatever you did with that money from your wedding is probably what you do with most of the money you earn in your life. You probably either spend it or save it or invest it, right? So it kind of tells you if you're going to become financially free. So my goal is to make you free. My goal is to make you financially free. So my tip for today is when you get money like that in your life, put it in a savings account and think about ways you can invest it instead of spending it, right? And the general rule is to keep at least 10% of everything you make and invest it. However, in that case, we didn't need the money we didn't have to use it, so we invested all of it. But it's up to you, the general rule, at least 10%. However, we took it and we invested it, and now we make money every month. We put in our joint account. It's like our marriage, seed money to keep us going till we're old and gray, and then we give it to our kids. So that's our story. Thanks for checking out my story. You can check out more at YesFinanciallyFree.com, and there's probably a link under here to the blog if you want to check out more. Thanks for joining me on this video, and see you on more lessons on financial freedom. Aloha!